Are you someone who suffers from allergy symptoms, especially in the spring season? Do you keep your nasal passages hydrated and clear? Maybe someone has suggested to you using a neti pot in the past. You know, one of those ceramic dishes where you rinse out your nasal passages. That works for some people, but not for everyone. I'm one of those people, and I have a tip that I'd love to share with you with an alternative method, a way to kind of keep your nasal passages hydrated and to manage some of that overwhelm of allergens and pollen in the spring season. My name is Katrina Peeler. I am a wellness coach and massage therapist and founder of Living from Center, and this is Wellness Tip Wednesday. So I have been eager to share this tip with you because I do have allergies in the spring, and I have found something that really works. I am one of those people who has tried to use a neti pot to rinse out my nasal passages because I do feel that having my nose hydrated makes a difference. But the neti pot for me hasn't ever worked very well. It bothers my ears. It's just not something that I have liked using. But what I have found as an alternative, and maybe you do already know about this, I highly suggest that you use it regularly, especially in the spring season, but also in the winter when the heat is on and it's just dry. It's a nasal spray. This is just a non-brand one that I have, but really a nasal mist spray. It's simply water with saline. And the difference is when you use a nasal spray, you're using contained water that's not coming out of your tap water. You're not having to put in the amount of salt and make sure that it's uncontaminated and that the container that you're using, the neti pot that you're using it in, has been properly cleaned. You're not having to worry about all of that. And you're also not pouring it into your nasal passages and tipping and having it go from one side to the other and drain. For me, that was the thing that I think made the difference. This instead is simply spraying the mist up into one nostril, and as you do that, the water may come right back down out of that nostril. It may also go a little bit back on the same side and into your throat a little bit. It's just salt water, but that kind of cleansing and hydrating of the membranes in your nose is a really helpful thing, and it stays on that side, and it's just a very simple and easy process without all of the how do I position my head and tipping. So I do that on each side, and it makes a huge difference for, especially when there's all of this pollen around. What I do is before I go to bed at night, I will do that, clear out all the day's allergens out of my nose so that I can breathe easier when I'm sleeping. Do it first thing in the morning. I sometimes even bring it with me so that as I'm entering into and out of somewhere and getting settled into a new location and I've just been outside, it just helps to kind of start with a clear, fresh nose. So you definitely need to blow your nose as you do this. I thought, okay, this is a little embarrassing. I'm going to do this on a video that's going to go all over the place on social media. But I thought I would demonstrate so that you see exactly how it works. It's a very simple process. You're just spraying. I spray like about a few times, maybe 3 times. And I can feel it kind of going a little bit back, and I'm blowing the rest of it out. Nice and clear. You do that on each side, and it makes a difference. So I invite you to do that. If you're somebody who sort of has allergens, you have that itchy nose, you have that sinus congestion, have a daily practice of hydrating and clearing out your nasal passages. It can make a difference. And I think it also helps with your immune system, because when you have hydrated membranes, you're less likely for those viruses to stick and get connected there. So go ahead and see if you can find this in the drugstore, something like it, and have a happy nose. I look forward to seeing you again on next week's Wellness Tip Wednesday. Stay connected to your center.